This evening, we're going to actually do a handful of things. Some of this is just sort of responding to some of the absurd conversations I've had this week, and this is my moment where I apologize to the stenographer, the clerk. Much of this you will have already heard, but it bears repeating because I actually sat down with a group of congressional staff. And just, it was one of those sort of passing conversations where you sit down and there were Republican and Democrat staff there. And they didn't understand some of the most basic numbers of what's going on around us. So the first thing we're going to start with here. How many of you picked up a newspaper and heard anyone talk about the debt ceiling? Apparently it's a really big deal. Fine. But then you hear them say things like, it's the default if we don't just raise it. No, that's not how it works. Default is when you do not pay back your bonds. It's still really important. We're going to actually ultimately have to raise the debt ceiling. It's, can we do something? It's also going to be very, very, very important. Can we do it in a fashion where we message to the world debt markets that we're taking our debt seriously, that we understand the curve is unsustainable, and we're going to walk through a bunch of boards that basically show the scale of the debt that's coming. But once again, default is when you do not pay back your bonds. Now, we actually had a Treasury Secretary under President Obama that he and I remember had this wonderful conversation. When I kept correcting and saying that's not default, he came up saying, okay, we're going to create a new term. It's now called a technical default, and that's when the 30% of government spending that's functionally borrowed every single day, we're not able to pay for that. Fine, call it technical default. Let's just be accurate. But the other thing that's really important, and if there's anyone in Republican leadership listening out there, please hear this. 2011, the United States actually got a downgrade. Standard & Poor's lowered the United States from its AAA rating. They took us down a notch. They did not lower our credit rating because of the debt ceiling. They lowered our credit rating because we didn't provide a credible path on managing the scale of the debt. And this is 2011.
Good morning, friends. I have a new update. Many low-income households will qualify for a fourth stimulus check this April. There are also at least 3 states that have also considered sending relief payments over the next few months. Checks can range from $100 to thousands of dollars. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video, because I'll be going over all of these important details. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community, I will be announcing 3 winners this coming Friday for the $75 Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning these giveaways. Back in 2020, things were looking bleak with the crisis raging and uncertainty about what was to come next. Then there was some positive news when it was announced that stimulus checks would be sent out to Americans who were finding themselves in dire financial straits due to the global shutdown. Several U.S. states are planning to send their residents stimulus checks in 2023. The state of California has already approved the middle class tax refund, which has provided up to $1,050 per single tax filer. Massachusetts, where a new law called Chapter 62F declares the state has to refund budget surpluses back to residents. Residents of Massachusetts will get back around 14% of the state income taxes that they paid in 2021. A few more states may soon announce stimulus packages, income tax rebates, and gas rebates. On the table in the state of Kentucky is a taxpayer rebate program worth $1 billion from the state's budget surplus. The proposal has been approved by the Senate, although the state House of Representatives has yet to vote. According to Yahoo News, some lawmakers are pushing back on the bill instead of favoring to reduce income taxes over time. Once the bill passes, those who are eligible stand to receive a one-time payment of $500 for single filers and $1,000 for couples who file joint returns. Also, the state of Montana has a $1 billion budget surplus. In two proposals, Republican factions within the state legislature have introduced legislation to return that to residents in taxpayer rebate programs. One proposal suggests $1,000 for homeowners who paid property tax and $1,250 for residents who paid state income taxes. The other proposal asks for a $3,000 income tax rebate. A substantial budget surplus is also the focal point of a new bill in North Carolina that would put the money back in residents' pockets. There's $6.5 billion at stake, and Democratic lawmakers have suggested using it for $200 gas tax rebates for local taxpayers to help combat the high prices of fuel. The state of Pennsylvania currently has a property tax and renters rebate program in place for low-income earners. The standard benefit is $650. However, the elderly, widows, and widowers, and disabled individuals may see up to $975 in stimulus payments. Governor Tom Wolf has suggested a new measure as part of his Opportunity Program. It would offer a one-time payment of $2,000 to households that bring in $80,000 a year or less in order to help with the child care costs and basic needs like groceries. Now, friends, President Biden's administration is also making $450 million available for solar farms and other clean energy projects at the site of current or former coal mines. This is part of his efforts to combat climate change. According to the White House, as many as 5 projects nationwide will be funded through the 2021 infrastructure law, with at least 2 projects set aside for solar farms. The White House also said it will allow developers of clean energy projects to take advantage of billions of dollars in new bonuses that are being offered in addition to investment and production tax credits available through the 2022 Inflation Reduction Act. These bonuses will incentivize more clean energy investment in energy communities. The actions are among steps that the Biden administration is taking as a Democratic president moves to convert the U.S. economy to renewable energy such as wind and solar power, while turning away from coal and other fossil fuels that produce planet-warming greenhouse gas emissions. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said, "The bonuses will add new credits of up to 10% for clean energy production in struggling energy communities." According to the White House, up to 5 clean energy projects will be funded at current and former mines. West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin has complained about new Treasury Department guidelines for electric vehicle tax credits that he said ignores the intent of last year's climate and healthcare laws. So, dearest friends, what are your thoughts about climate change? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Well, my most awesome and dearest friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Thursday. Thank you, dearest friends, for being part of this community and for joining me here every single day. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing 3 winners tomorrow for the $75 Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed day.